Well, as part of a long-expected cabinet reshuffle, the French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne has tendered her resignation. This comes as President Emmanuel Macron seeks to boost his presidency amid recent political turmoil over the new immigration law. Borne was appointed to office in May 2022 after Macron's re-election for a second term. She was France's second female prime minister. In her resignation letter, she has said and Macron agreed in their last meeting that it was more necessary than ever to push on with reforms. Under the French system, the president appoints the prime minister but cannot dismiss the person from his or her post. Instead, the prime minister must resign. The shake-up comes after a year marred by political crisis, triggered by reforms in the pension system and immigration laws. This also comes just 5 months ahead of the European Parliament elections. Eurosceptics are expected to make record gains due to public discontent, courtesy surging living costs and failure of European governments to curb illegal migration. While Macron cannot run again in 2027, relaunching his government is seen as a crucial step to help prevent far-right politician Marine Le Pen becoming president. Opinion polls show Macron's party trailing behind the far-right leader's faction by 8 to 10 points before the European Parliament vote set to be held in June. Borne's successor has not been named yet. However, the 37-year-old Armed Forces Minister Sébastien Lecornu and the Education Minister Gabriel Attal, who is just 34 years old, are the favourites to become the new Prime Minister. And for the very latest on this, we spoke to Ross Cullen earlier today.
It's a parliamentary crisis in December after the immigration vote from the government was passed, but only with the votes of the far right of Marine Le Pen's National Rally Party. That was one of the reasons why there were these calls for a reshuffle, a revamping, and it was believed that Emmanuel Macron was spending the first week of January working out how to regain the initiative after the far right were cheering their support for a bill that they thought was hard right enough for them to be able to vote. An embarrassment for the government, which tries to show it is a centrist government if it's going to be able to get its legislation passed only with the support of the far right. That was going to be an issue for Emmanuel Macron. He does believe it is time for a relaunch, refreshing of the personnel at the top of his government, and so he and Elisabeth Borne had discussions on Sunday night and again discussions during Monday, and as a result of those one-on-one talks, she has tendered her resignation and President Macron has accepted it, and we are expecting in the next couple of hours the announcement of who will be Elisabeth Borne's successor as French Prime Minister.